to Y'all Gaming, the only show on the internet that asks, "Are y'all gaming?" Sorry, we were gone for a little bit. Had a bit of a break for the holidays and such. I think I might have had COVID, but I don't know. How was your break?
Well, I definitely didn't have that, but
Okay.
I feel like what did I do?
Oh,
On
did
break?
you send out
I spent a lot of
tweet,
time.
by the way? Because I didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Or am I? Because I don't see the tab anymore. I feel as though my break was pretty good because I spent most of my time with Tori. So, just a lot of time at her parents' place. It was great. Okay. Tweet is up. All right. And then we went back to North Carolina and we did New Year's there, and then I came home. But yeah. So that was nice. I beat a lot of games too, which is a good time to talk about this because we're on Y'all Gaming. So
true.
3 games I beat this break. I beat Going Under finally. That was good, real fun.
I remember you were playing that at the last event we were both at. I can't even remember. Yeah. God, my brain is just Smash World Tour. That's what it was. You were playing Going Under. I was like, oh, this looks pretty good.
Yeah. So it was good. There's a mode in it right now where you like go through because it's like a roguelite, but there is a roguelike mode after you beat the game. It's like imposter mode, and you start with no tools, no nothing. You're 3 hearts, and you have to go through it like that. And like every level, every floor, you get a new power up or whatever. That's about it. Haven't beat that one yet because it's super hard. Plus, I had some other stuff to beat, so I'll probably go back and do that.
Okay.
I beat Undermine. That was pretty fun. It was like a somewhat Zelda inspired roguelike, except you're a miner, but you have your swords now like a pickaxe, your boomerangs, you throw in the pickaxe, and you have bombs. And that was fun. Pretty cool. And then I beat Chasm, and that game sucked. So yeah, just I recommend 2 of the 3 games that I played. Undermine and Going Under are great. Chasm is not good.
I saw you be very mean to Chasm, which was disappointing because I remember seeing that a while ago, and I was like, oh, that looks really good, but it also looks like every other game like that. I don't know. It didn't look crazy. So,
look, the thing was that, like, it started off and it was like, all right, this is, basic game, whatever. Like, obviously I'm going to get power-ups through the game, right? It's an 8-hour game. If you, you can definitely do it in one day.
Sure. But
at the 4-hour mark, it becomes very hard to tell what you're supposed to do next. Because there's like jumps. There's like a jump in the game where it's like, you feel like you can make it, but you clearly need something else to make it. But what is it? So at the beginning of the game, all you have is like slash and jump. And like, that's it. Then the first power up you get is the able to hold ledges.
Wow.
So that way you can like now, so like before then you couldn't hold ledges, but you get a claw that allows you to hold ledges.
Weird.
There is you get double jump super late into the game. You get a slide. I think it's the second power up. Your back dash actually does not have invincibility at all, so there's no point in ever using that.
Okay.
And then double jump was, I think, the literal last power that I got. There is like one other power that I did.
You double jump last.
Was like literally the last power. So I had everything else, had all these other movement options, but not double jump. You got a parachute before you got double jump, and the parachute is like so you can glide. And it was like called like, they didn't even call it double jump. They called it like flip something. And I was like, you're not going to, no, it's a double jump. Like,
that's really
and why am I getting this at hour 7 of the 8-hour game? So,
that's usually the first thing you get. That's really funny. Okay.
Yeah. So that game, and on top of that, like when you were like the stuff that you had to look for, it was just like, there will be like a room in like the first area that like you obviously couldn't access because you didn't have whatever you needed to access it, right? Sure. And then you would get the thing that you needed to access in like the 4th area, but why would you remember that room in the first area when every area has like 90 rooms? So like,
that's just Metroidvania stuff. I hate that stuff.
Yeah, I hate that. Maybe that's just not for me. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. But I mean, Metroidvania aside, I think the gameplay was pretty boring.
Okay.
Like in comparison to other ones that I've like at least attempted. Like Samus, she's double jumping right at the beginning. Like, I mean, like,
sure, yeah.
that shouldn't even be a power up. That should be something in games you should have. So. I don't know.
Well, unfortunately, did not like that one, but we're going to be talking about starting off games for the beginning of 2022 that we think we might like. I gotta be honest. I have the whole thing up, and I'm looking at it now. January is dire. We'll be talking about Pokemon in a little bit, but other than that, bro, there's nothing. God of War is coming out on PC, which is like cool. Uncharted gets a collection. Cool.
Okay.
That's all of January. So I know it's a dead zone for a lot of game makers. They just put this stuff out at this point. I don't think it's a big deal. Everybody's just, it's always going to look like this. February actually looks much better. Obviously, Horizon Forbidden West is something that we're going to be talking about in this show again, because I think that one's something that we're both excited for. Elden Ring comes out at the end of the month. Apparently, Evil Dead, the game, comes out, which I wasn't excited for until I saw it a little bit more, and it looks like one of those, like, 4v4, almost like a Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood style thing, which I'd be down for. But the first 2 months don't look crazy, honestly, of 2022.
Oh, wait, speaking of Back 4 Blood, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that game did not live up. So,
it was fine. It's what's crazy is apparently more people were playing Left 4 Dead 2 about like 2 weeks after it came out. It was sad. I couldn't believe that. It actually might be the case now. Left 4 Dead is just immortal, bro. No, Back 4 Blood was good. It just got a new patch, which apparently is good. I don't know anything about it, but some people said that it fixed the game in a lot of ways, but I like Back 4 Blood, but I know a lot of people who didn't, so there you go.
I mean, I think it's less about people not liking it. I think it's more about people not, it's just not living up to what we were expecting on the hype. Left 4 Dead,
Sure.
like that was the supreme zombie game, right? And then Back 4 Blood's like, oh, it's supposed to be like basically a spiritual successor. But something about these spiritual successors just in recent times, they just never live up to the thing that it's successing. So there was a thing I played back in the day, Synaptic Drive, and it was supposed to be a spiritual successor to Custom Robo, and that game was trash. So I don't know if it ever got better, but I was so hyped, and then within like the 3 hours that I played it, like from like release, I was just so upset because like I love Custom Robo. Like we need another Custom Robo type game. There's a bunch of games that have tried to be spiritual successors to Power Stone, has not captured the same magic. It's hard. I think it's hard to reverse engineer games that weren't expecting to be like what they were. I think that's why all these games that try to like capture the essence of Melee never work, because Melee was never made to be what it was, and now it is what it is. So
it's really rare to find like a spiritual sequel or an actual sequel in some ways that actually lives up to the original. It has happened very rarely, which is weird when like I think that's what's so cool about when games like Hollow Knight come out, where it's very clearly inspired by Metroid and Castlevania games, but like it elevates it and does them way better, and that's why everybody loves those games. But like there's just so many games and series that people try to distill into something modern, and it just never really works, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a product of the time. Maybe the novelty is gone. I would think that's it for a lot of it. With Left 4 Dead, it was like you could actually do 4v4. You get to play as a zombie. A lot of that's gone, bro. You could play as anybody anytime now. Dead by Daylight is right there, and most people love that game. So
I just I'm still in the camp of I don't get it.
Hey, brother, I'm right.
I've been trying, bro. I promise you, I've been trying.
Have you played it more? Because I know Fats loves it.
Nah, man. Like I think I tried it like probably last year again, and I just nothing, man. I just don't get it.
It's tag, bro. Not trying to play tag. Stupid.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So there are a few things coming out in 2022 that we're excited for. Like I said, I am most excited for Elden Ring. We'll talk about Horizon in just a bit, but the big game that's coming out this month in January is Pokemon Legends. I know nothing about this, so I was hoping you could fill me in on this. I've played Pokemon since Red and Blue, so
yeah, Pokemon Legend Arceus or Arceus, whatever one, I don't know. I've been saying Arceus forever, but when I watched this video recently, the guy said Arceus, and I was
this is Nintendo's fault, bro. I'm telling you, yeah. Nintendo screwed up on this one.
Yeah. I mean, there has to be a movie with him in it, right? Like, he's basically like God.
Wait,
like
it's a Pokemon? RC? Oh, it is a Pokemon. Oh, wow.
What?
Is it about him?
Are you serious?
Yes. I'm not
You
kidding.
did. Okay. Well, yes.
I
Arceus
thought
is
this was the remake, the white and black one. Right?
no. What?
Did that come out recently?
Black and white? I think. Yeah. No, it was Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, wasn't it?
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one just came out. The region at the
Yeah.
time is called Arceus. I hate Pokemon, bro. I don't get it. Whatever.
Okay, it's the Hisui region. But yes,
Bless you.
no. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. But no, Arceus is like their take on like a more open world thing. Now, after watching that videos, realize it's more so like open world biomes instead of like the whole world being connected.
Okay.
Which is also fine because I feel like they kind of jumped into that as well with the last gen. It wasn't open world, but like there was obviously way more space in the routes. You know what I mean? Like, so it wasn't just like, okay, we're going up and down this route. It's like, all right, now I can go into the water. I can ride my bike, in 3D directions instead of just, my four directions or whatever.
Sure.
And even though they kind of went away from that, it's now like a full 3D game. You can see Pokemon out in the wild instead of like having to go into the grass and just chance encounter. Like if you want a certain Pokemon, you see them, you go get it.
Right.
Arceus is doing the same thing, and but this time the battles are even out in the open world. So it's not like I run into Pokemon, screen comes up, we're now battling. Right. I see Pokemon, I get close to them, now we're battling. That's cool. I don't really know what to expect from this game because it's Pokemon's first attempt at doing something like this.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing I will tell you I don't like that I've already figured out was the starters. So they give you 3 starters, but they're from 3 different gens.
Okay, that's all.
The first one is Rowlet, which is that Decidueye, that bird.
The owl.
Yes. The second one is Cyndaquil, and the third one is Oshawott, the otter from I don't remember what gen, but he turns into like it's like Samurott, and he just does not look anything like you would expect him to. Like just look it up real quick. Just look it up as evolved form. Hold on, I'll send it to you.
Which one is it? Oshawott?
Oshawott, yeah.
Oh, I know because I called it water. I thought that was his name. Water, like
yeah.
I thought that was cute, but yeah,
Water was that guy.
I don't know why it turns into that. I don't get it, bro. That keeps happening. I like the pig starter from his game, Tepig or whatever, and then I saw the final evolution. I was like, that sucks. I hate it.
Yeah, a lot of these. I feel like a lot of the starters, there definitely is like a point where I'm like, okay, well, now you're not cool. Like Chessman turns into like a mech.
Yeah,
basically,
I don't know
what was that?
Doing. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think the only part, like when I look at starters now, I feel like most of them kind of stayed in an area where it seemed like they were, evolving into what they were supposed to evolve into.
Sure.
But then there was like 3 or 4 that just like, what is that? Why did this happen? Like Duat from Oshawott was going in the correct direction. He was, he grew up. He got 2 more little shells. He looked more like, like ninja-like. And then Samurott is just a lot going on. So right. I'm not gonna play that. So because of that, I feel like I'm going to end up playing Cyndaquil because I almost never start grass. But Cyndaquil is my literal least favorite fire starter. Like,
sure.
Like I just got out on this one. They gave me 3 bad starters, and now I'm just kind of stuck.
What makes this different than other Pokemon games? Like, it's just like, is it just the battle system, or because I can't differentiate these? I guess it's a spinoff, right? I don't know what to think about it.
I feel like it's just a new direction. I don't know if they're gonna keep it but it's just like the thing with Zelda. Zelda had its time of being all in one direction of this, and then they like decided to do something different with it. Now I don't think there's I don't know about if there's like gyms and stuff in this game. I haven't done excessive research, but it seems like you're like a Pokemon like ranger, almost explorer type deal. And that, that's a different take on it, because I think the furthest they ever went from like getting away from gyms and keeping like somewhat close to mainline Pokemon games was Sun and Moon, and even then those are still basically gyms.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just wonder if you can actually do an open world Pokemon game, because I feel like they have to be somewhat linear. Because if it's not linear, it is always going to be governed by the levels of the Pokemon of the trainer that you're going to, right? Like whatever gym you're going to, whatever levels are highest. So it's going to be linear in that way no matter what. Maybe they scale, but if they scale, then it's just like, oh, I picked the fire starter, I'm going to the grass type. You know what I mean? It's too. I worry that it's too simple in that way. But obviously, I'm just talking out of my ass. I don't know anything about Pokemon.
No, I get you. I mean, there's definitely games that do that, like where like a regular RP or MMO where you can literally go to an area that's way higher level than you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if there was a way to gate that, it would be still HMs. Like that's how Pokemon gates things. They put HMs out, and I don't even think HMs are like.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. I think I forgot how that works now, but I know that TMs are like reusable in like later games and stuff.
Yeah,
but I wasn't sure about.
It was like cut and fly and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you got around.
Yeah, well, I mean, they still exist, but like I think the biggest one that is always going to keep people like in line is surf. Like,
sure.
You know, like if we're on this area and the next area is this island over here, you have no other way to get to the island except for surf. So, you know, like you definitely can gatekeep with HMs, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen, and if we are going to get that like that MMO-esque thing where like, oh, I just started the town. If you go left, you can fight a level 80 Machamp or something.
Sure.
Like, yeah. So I don't know about that.
Let me know how it is. Like I said, I'm not going to be playing it myself. I'm not a Pokemon guy, but I mean, is it something that you're amped for? I don't even know.
I feel like I'm less amped, and I'm just more so like, I've kept up with this long enough.
Sure. I was going to say, I don't know what the general vibe is going into this game from fans or anything. So the
general vibe from Pokemon fans is don't listen to Pokemon fans. That's what it is. Like,
sure. Okay.
Pokemon fans are the most like self-hating people of all time.
That's true. They're going to hate it no matter what.
Anything that comes out, they're tweeting how shitty this is while buying 4 copies. So like, I just
that's a good point. Yeah.
I'm extra. I don't listen to anybody on that. I remember.
Yeah.
God, what was I playing? There was some time. It was actually the last gen release. Like I bought it because like, why not?
Sure.
This guy comes in, he's like, I can't believe you would play this game. Well, okay, I have $60 of my own money that I decided to spend. So, like, that's Pokemon game. Can't believe you're supporting this company. Like, you bought every other game but this. Who's really supporting the company?
Oh, yeah. That's a little, I don't know. That community is... That community is it's fake animals, bro. Can you, like, relax? Like, it's not, come on. Yeah. All right.
You're sitting there talking about me buying a $60 game while you have probably several plushies behind you, 18 different Pokemon shirts, Pokemon brand shoes. Like, all right, buddy.
I was gonna. Well, they like if you care that much, then it's obvious that you are that level of invested. It's a little weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get into the final topic, guys, this episode of Y'all Game is brought to you by Axie Infinity. It is a play-to-earn game, which is a game that allows you to earn crypto in-game, and Axie Infinity is the most popular play-to-earn crypto game in the world. Go to go.okx.com/Axie or the link in chat, which is right there, to find out how you can start earning crypto today. That's you. You could do that. All right. Final thing that we're talking about today is Horizon Zero Dawn. What is it? Horizon Forbidden West. I forget what it's even called.
Forbidden West.
Is that the new name? Okay, there we go. Horizon 2. That's what it is. Good.
It's nice, bro. It's nice.
I have not kept up with it. I'm trying to stay like that. That was one of my favorite games that came out this year, or that year that it came out. I've been trying to stay totally blind on it, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah, no. It's first of all, Horizon Zero Dawn is easily like when I die, I would probably put a quote of. It's not that serious.
I was gonna say,
I definitely will be getting. I will be getting some type of tattoo from it. Horizon Zero Dawn is easily one of my like top, like 2 games of all time. So like I didn't think it was gonna be that crazy, but the thing about Horizon Zero Dawn that actually made me realize it was like one of my favorites is Horizon Zero Dawn came out 3 days before Breath of the Wild, right? So I played like 36 hours of that game before I got the chance to play Breath of the Wild. going from Horizon Zero Dawn to Breath of the Wild was such an empty experience. Like that, like I mean, Breath of the Wild was still fun, obviously, but just I don't think I could have done that the other way. Like if I feel like if I started Breath of the Wild and then went to Horizon Zero Dawn, I don't think I would have went back to Breath of the Wild.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah, I don't. I feel like we talked about this a bunch. I don't know if people know how, because I feel the same way. Zelda just felt empty to me.
Yep.
And I think Horizon Zero Dawn like did a lot of it is busy work. It's just like collecting leaves, right? It's like plants and hides and stuff, and like, but I like that. Personally, I'm a fan of that as long as it's done well, and the combat in that game is so good.
Yeah,
but they are very similar in a lot of ways.
And you fight. I mean, you fight different things too. Like sometimes you're fighting humans,
right.
cultists, and then other times you're fighting big mechanical bears and stuff. And it's dope.
Or sometimes small mechanical stuff, and like there's such a level of variety, right? It's like you've got like mammoths, and then there's just like jaguars and stuff like that. It's the level of difference is really astounding. Meanwhile, in Breath of the Wild, like yeah, there's different stuff, but I never felt like it was quite as vast. You know what I mean? At least not to me.
I feel as though the way I feel like every time I see a comment here that says Breath of the Wild is a good game, just not a good Zelda game. I think it's reverse. I think if Zelda wasn't attached to that, y'all wouldn't say that. Like that's the thing. Because I mean, like Breath of the Wild has its shortcomings. Like when I played through it, it felt great. It felt nostalgic because I know Zelda in the universe, so it was great to see like all of these fleshed out areas. It was great to see what Hyrule looks like in a larger larger scale. It's great to see what the Gerudo Valley looks like in a larger scale and stuff like that.
Sure.
That's wonderful. However, when you go back and try to play it again, you will realize how empty that game is. Like there's a lot of travel time between destinations and things that you are actually doing. So I feel like they kind of help with that, right? With the like the shrines, right? Shrines are like all over, so that can cut down on travel time to things because you then like, all right, right, you know what I'm saying? Like you then have something to do. But once that's done, once you finish all the shrines and you're just going from destination to destination or whatever, or you're just traveling the world, it's just a pretty world, man. Like there isn't like a lot of like, oh, I want to do some stuff in the overworld. The overworld is just like a glorified overworld. The open aspect is just a glorified overworld. And I still have that game like pretty high up on my like list of games that like I liked. Not like a top 10 or anything, but like for the play experience that I had when I did it the first time, wonderful. Would I do it again? Definitely not.
No, I've been sort of thinking about it, like trying out Breath of the Wild again to see if I was too harsh on it, but I just can't bring myself to play it, man. I remember that experience of finding a camp, right? And I was so excited. I was like, oh, cool, there's just a random mob camp here. Let me clear it out, get whatever treasure's in there. And then the treasure was worse than what I already had in terms of like a weapon. So if I have a fire sword and I pick up, I don't know, some junk, a wooden sword, in most games, I don't care because it's like, oh, okay, well, at least I cleared this out and I got a crappier thing, which is lower level than the thing that I have, but that's okay. But in this game with durability, not only did I get something worse, but I actually wasted the weapon that I have. And I know that the whole point is like, okay, but you'll get more of those. Who cares? But it's still annoying. There's just no reason to do anything. There's no like level up systems, at least not in immediate combat. There's no reason to get XP. It's just like I was annoyed the entire time I was playing that game because the only real valuable collectible things I could remember were from shrines, but it's very clear where the shrines are. Meanwhile, if I'm just walking around and you want me to do stuff, you're pointing out cool stuff around the horizon and I go there and there's nothing there, or at least a weapon that's worse than what I already have. I'm like, what the hell is this? What you're actively teaching me not to engage. So it just kind of pissed me off. I know that that game feels like it's all about the destination, not the or not all about the journey, not the destination. But for me, is like I felt like I wasn't working toward anything. It's just It was irritating. And Nearhead said that's just an open world problem in general, but I don't feel that way, bro. Because I loved Red Dead's open world because the stuff that was happening in the world felt compelling, like the little stories that you come across in the areas there. The problem, though, is I think I just like cowboys more than fantasy stuff, which may just be at the core of it. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean that's probably exactly it.
Maybe
because
I just don't
feel
like Zelda. Yeah.
No, I think it's you literally just only like cowboys. I feel like if someone gave you the same Red Dead Redemption, but then they slapped like one anime gasp in there, you're gonna hate that game. Like
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Probably. But,
Anime,
but it's about the vibe, though. Like, Red Dead, it's about the cowboy vibe. You can't get rid of the cowboy vibe. Then it would be like an Assassin's Creed game, you know?
What's wrong with that?
Then it'd just be different. It's a different thing. You know,
I feel like
Red Dead is different.
When you judge games, I think you judge more on the aesthetic than the actual gameplay.
Depends. I think aesthetics are important. I think aesthetics, like, that is a way for you to differentiate in your game. So not everything else becomes, you know, it's not like anything else. I think that's important. Polish, creative vision, direction, stuff like that.
Oh, well, you know what? Man said I described Yakuza. Did you play that? Did you play any of those?
No. You want to know why? Apparently, it has a lot of reading. A lot of reading. I would love to.
You know what? That actually takes me out of a game, too, though. Like...
Right. Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I think Yakuza is a perfect parallel because I hear that everybody loves it. But I hear that the cutscenes and the reading is crazy long. And, like, I'm not into, like, Japanese Yakuza stories. If I was, I'd be into it. But I like cowboy stuff. And, like, Red Dead has long cutscenes, too. I totally get it. But I like watching that movie. You know what I mean?
I think that's probably the reason why most anime games don't end up getting beat by me. Because, like, the literally at the beginning of all anime games, there's like at least 3 hours of cutscenes that just don't need to happen. Like you're like, hey man, run over here and meet your new mentor. Hey kid, let me teach you some things, and they teach you how. And then you hit one button. He's like, wow, kid, what great way to do that. Let's go do a mission. And then the mission's like 2 seconds, and then there's like a whole expedition. Something explodes in the background. Someone's family member dies. All that happens, right?
Right.
So, the reason, I love anime games for the action, but I think in the future I'm probably going to be skipping through a lot of those stories. I'm going to end up replaying through Astral Chain. Finally, I didn't get a chance to finish it when I first played it.
Okay.
I'm skipping everything that I have not seen, and I'm in mission 8 right now, but I don't remember how to play because that game was complex. So I'm going to just start over, and I'm skipping like every cutscene until I get back to like mission 8.
That's tough. So, okay.
Yeah.
That still sounds very difficult to do, though. Like trying to get back into a game that you previously played. I hate doing that. So.
Well, I mean, it's been so long, and the game still slaps. Like, I mean, the only reason I feel like there's games that you just can't get into like that when the controls are that complex. Like, sure. I feel like most platinum games are hard to like put down for a couple months and come back because there's always some like button combination that you're just not going to remember. And, you know, and so like that's why I'm like, all right, I have to beat it all in one swoop. So I'm gonna go do that after I beat No More Heroes, and then I got the rest of the month now that what is that? Now that Glitch is pushed back, I got the rest of the month to finally beat that game. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, you got a little bit more time before these games in 2022 come out. I'm probably gonna go back to. Apparently, there's a way to play Jet Set Radio Future now, which I didn't know about. I've always wanted to play that game, so I'm thinking about that.
Speaking of, man, hold on. Let me check my Steam charts because what happened to that Bomb Rush Cyberfunk
coming out this year? I don't think there's a date on it or anything. So
need that
at some point.
Definitely need that. All right. Let me see what's on my. Hold on. Let me see what's on my wish list real quick. See what's coming out. So
sure.
I can. My game recommendations of the or if you haven't played Deathloop, it's now 50% off. That was quick.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that is because it bombed and how much of that is just Bethesda. Like, Bethesda does that. You know what I mean? Bethesda is so weird with their pricing consistently. Yeah. It's strange.
Well, it's just a big sale going on altogether. Back 4 Blood is 40% off right now. For Honor, which I didn't even know you had to still buy, is 60%. Well, I think it's actually free on Epic, so you probably don't have to buy that.
Bro, wait, Winnie the Pooh is public domain? Oh,
what does that mean?
What? Public domain means that anybody can make art with it. So it is in the public consciousness. I think the problem is that it's not Disney. Disney has their own Winnie the Pooh with like the red shirt, but I think naked furry Winnie the Pooh is public domain. Does that mean like Piglet and Owlin? Oh, that's crazy.
This sounds terrible.
I have a new stream mascot.
Oh, no.
There you go. I'm Winnie the Pooh now. That's me.
All right, looking at my wish list. Tunic finally got a date of March 16th. I think this game might have actually ruined itself because it was shown in like 2014, and now it's 2022. And I mean, as wonderful as I wanted to play another Zelda game, my hype has definitely died. It was a long time. It was a long time, bro. Like, just a long time, you know?
Sure.
So, other than that, yeah, pretty much everything else is coming out early 20. Ember Knights, X Zodiac, some like Star Fox game. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk just says release date future. And
at some point.
Yeah. And I don't see Sifu on here. What happened to that?
Sifu?
Because it's like a game. I think that game was made by the same people who made Absolver, but it's a single player game now.
Okay.
Or if it's not by Absolver people, it's a game that plays very similar to Absolver with the fighting style, which is cool because I think Absolver had a good idea on a fighting style, just didn't have enough content in it to survive the first push. So
gotcha. Okay.
All right, but anyway, that's going to be it for the show. Thank y'all for watching as per usual. I'm going to go back to streaming because I got to finish Halo. So yeah. There
you go. Go watch him. I'll be streaming tonight. Tonight, I might play some weird stuff. I'm feeling like a grab bag kind of night, so I think I might start off with something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway,
did you ever play Naraka Blade Point? I feel like you would like that game.
I did a few bounties for it. It's not good. It's I do be mashing though. It's a very
that
fun.
Sounds like that's your fault.
Hey, you know what? I love games like that if I don't take them seriously and I don't care. Like that's what makes it fun for me. Because the second that I try to get into it, I'm like, this is stupid. Why would I play this instead of something else?
All right, but what about one other game? Have you ever played Super Animal Royale?
No, but I hear it's fun.
We should play that one day.
Is it free?
It's free.
I'll give it a shot. I'm down to play. I'm down to play Thursday.
You said you're playing weird games tonight, bro. This game is weird. Hop in, bro. Tap in.
I might do that. All right, let me.
What time are you streaming?
8 our time.
Okay, well, yeah, just hit me up if you end up playing that because that game is fun as bro.
I've never even seen it. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time on Y'all Game, and we're gonna kick you back to TK stream because he's streaming. So for right now, goodbye.